I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, it's in the evening time and I'm scrambling, of course, because I debate on what I want to cook all day long and then I wait till the last minute. So if I seem a little scrambled in this video, I apologize. This is also a new recipe that I'm trying. It's a kind of a meatball soup, but you're going to cook the base separately. And the meatballs, I'll just show you, we're going to mix those up and we're going to actually boil them. So we'll see if they stay together. But I got the idea from, her name is very hard to pronounce. It's Hagina's cooking show. She's from Armenia, so my spices are going to be totally different than hers. But I like the idea of the meatballs having a little rice in them. So I thought I would bring you along and let's try this recipe together. And then I might be filming another video too, so if I'm wearing the same shirt, please forgive me. You know, I love pink. Pink and black, it's the only shirts I wear. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks so much for joining me. And I appreciate Mandy for sending all my new subscribers over, and all my other subscribers, my previous subscribers. I'm so grateful, and thank you for watching my videos, and I hope this one turns out well. It's a little hot here for soup, but we're going to do it anyway, because it's fall in some places, and it's pretty healthy. I'm going to use, she used ground turkey. I'm going to use the 93.7 organic grass-fed beef. This seems to be my favorite. And you know, I've done quite a few meatballs on my channel, so this one's going to be a little different, and we'll see how it turns out. Thanks. See what I have so far. I have, I had to actually make my own beef stock because I was out, but I used some bouillon cubes and some beef base. I was almost out of that too, so I had to write that on my list. But I have this. It's not boiling yet, but I'm going to turn it up a little bit because we're going to make. We want it to be boiling when we put the meatballs in. In this pot, we're going to cook the base in, and I have a couple of chopped potatoes. And I cooked them. I'm sorry, I chopped them fairly small so that it doesn't take so long to cook. And this is something I've never done before, so I'm very excited. This is 1 cup of rice. I put it in a bowl, and I took boiling water and I poured it over there and put a plate over the top of the bowl for about an hour and a half. So it's not cooked, but it's, you know, part cooked, so it's a little bit soft. I'm going to only use 1 pound of meat. And you can grate the onions and garlic if you can see that back there. But I just put them on my food processor. And so we're going to just get started mixing the meatballs. And then we'll go to the next step. My meat. And we're going to go ahead and put our... And I just used about you can use as much as you want. About 1/3 of an onion and about 2 garlic cloves, and I probably won't add all of this. I might have put too much. We'll see. Let's see. I might be able to use it all. We'll see. It should be okay. It's quite a bit though. So, yeah. So then we're gonna put. Oh, you know what? Let me rinse my hand. I'm going to season it up a little bit. Just a little salt. And, you know, the stock's going to be a little bit salty, too, so I'm not going to put too much. I'm going to have a little black pepper, and I decided today to buy a little white pepper. It's a little bit more expensive, but I keep hearing that it gives meat a really good flavor, so I'm going to add a little bit of white pepper, and it's a little spicy. But I'm excited to try it. And of course, you know, when I make meatballs, I have to add just a little bit of this. Even though this is a different kind of recipe, just about a teaspoon, not much. And then we're going to add our, sorry about my arm, our egg. And the rice. I don't know if I should add all of this rice. Let's try this first. Let me rinse my hand again. And I think I'm gonna put on a glove today, so I don't get it in my fingernails. And you can add whatever seasonings you like. Oh, I forgot to add, I'm supposed to add just a tiny bit of, what was I supposed to add, Ella? No, I'm gonna add it to the saute onions. Okay, it's okay. No, I'm gonna just mix this up. And I might have put way too much rice. I think I did, and take a little bit out. I can always add it back. Start small and then the egg should keep it together. It smells good already. I put, you know, I'll always put a lot of garlic. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm not going to put all that rice, so, you know, use your own judgment. Okay, now I'm going to move the camera and then clean up my mess, and we're going to make the meatballs and drop them into the hot water broth. Go ahead and put my potatoes in here first, because I'm going to make the meatballs. I'm going to use one of these scoopers, and just kind of, you know, you can make them as big or small as you like. And just, you know, they don't have to be perfect, and just drop them in. And you could do the meatballs first, then the potatoes. I'm just trying it this way. Like I said, we'll see. But I mean, how could it not? And I was going to get some cabbage, but I decided not to today. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I've always wanted to try these kind of meatballs, because, you know, I have quite a few meatballs on my channel. I just really like experimenting. And when you use the lean ground beef, it's kind of hard to keep them moist. So I always like that challenge. But it's not too much rice. So but the potatoes are, you know, you could totally make this, you could make it vegetarian and use pasta. And I was going to buy broccoli, cabbage. You know, you could totally make it and use vegetable broth and pasta. Just, there's a lot of different variations you could do with this, and I thought it was interesting. I would really like her channel. I'm going to see if Ella can remember to link her channel underneath mine, because I really like, and she's also she bakes pretty cakes. She makes a lot of vegetarian dishes and Armenian dishes. So I always like to learn different food cultures. So I'm just going to do this, and Ella's going to shut the camera off while I do this, so you don't have to watch me make every single meatball. And we're going to boil these probably, well, actually what we're going to do next is start sauteing some onions and stuff. So I will be back when I'm ready to go to the next pot. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty full, but just give it a, you know, a light stir. It looks like they're staying together so far. I'm going to cook this probably about 15 minutes. Oh, and a tip I got is if you try to use ground chicken, it will fall apart. So next we're going to move to the other side and start the sauteing the onion. About 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. You want to make sure you have enough. You could use butter, coconut oil, any oil you want. And this is red onion, yellow onion, and a fresh jalapeno. And I'm just going to throw this in here. And I'm going to cook these until they're a little bit golden brown. So it's going to take a few minutes. And I chopped them. I tried to chop them fine. You can see some of them I missed, but I'm getting better with my knife skills. So let me cook these for a little while, and then we check on the meatballs. Add these. I grated the. I didn't grate them. You should grate them probably, but I just put them in the food processor, and that's good, Ella. So I'm gonna put these in with the onions. Since they're not grated, they, you know, a little chunkier. They'll take a little bit longer to cook. So we're gonna cook these down pretty good. Show you how they're coming along, and I'm gonna add a little bit of my favorite Creole seasoning. This container is really hard to store. It's quite big. They sell smaller ones though in the store. You know, and I don't want to add too much. But remember, this one's not extremely salty, but it is a good flavor. So let's give it a stir. And I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of other things. Sorry about that. I have a bad habit about that. I apologize. I can't help it. I have to get it off. This is a little thyme. My thyme plant died. This is just ground thyme. And I'm just going to add just a little. I like that in soups. I'm going to add a little bit to the broth too. I love that stuff in soups. Let's add a little bit of smoked paprika. These are going to be different kind of flavors. And you could even add a little curry powder. That's not really... I would add it. I'm just totally unfamiliar with it. I haven't tried it that much yet. I'm going to add a little garlic powder, even though I'm going to add fresh garlic to this in a second. Onion powder. You could, use whatever spices you like. My onion powder's... I don't know what's wrong with that thing. It's not old. You could, and you could add this to the broth. You could add this probably all to the broth. I just thought it was interesting, different, and I wanted to try it. And this, I'm going to add just a touch of ground cumin. Just a little extra flavor. And let's add a little bit more white pepper. Just a little. I'm anxious for that. Let's give it another stir. It smells so good. I like to cook my spices a little bit. I don't know if you can see the other, let me show you the other pot, how it's looking. Let me just move the camera. That's what the meatballs are looking like, and the potatoes. I actually turned it too low. Let me turn it back up. But let me show you, they're staying together so far. The broth looks delicious. And there's not going to be any fat in there. The only fat that's going to be in there is the olive oil I'll add from this. Okay. I think this is probably... let me go a couple more minutes. And then we'll add some other things. And now I'm going to add my garlic that I chopped. You could add as much as you want. I'm just going to add about that much. Because I already added some to the meatballs. So that's probably about 2 cloves. And we're going to add some tomato paste. And I like this tube tomato paste because you use what you need and then you put it back in the refrigerator instead of opening those cans. Now she used red pepper paste and I don't have that and I don't know how to make that. She has a recipe on her channel for it. Try to get all that out. I have an extra one. Let's see. Let's add a little bit more. I'm sorry I don't have the correct measurements because since it's kind of a cook with me, that's probably about 2 tablespoons. And we're going to add a little bit of this. Now you could add picante sauce, salsa, whatever you want. And I'm going to add probably, actually I'm going to add a little bit as I go. So let's start with about 1/3 of a cup. I used to love picante sauce. And I turn my heat down a little bit. I have it on the really high burner. And I did add a touch more olive oil. Let's see. Let's add a little bit of hot sauce. I like you can add whatever you like. It's probably going to be a little spicy, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to add just a touch more of that picante. Actually, I thought it was picante sauce. It's restaurant style salsa. I haven't tried this one yet. You want a little. And I didn't add bell pepper or celery. But you could. I don't want to burn this. So actually I'm going to turn the heat off. And the parsley I was going to add to this, but I'm actually going to add the parsley to the broth pot. And my fresh parsley is not doing well either outside. It was just so hot here this summer. That looks pretty good. So now I'm going to actually taste this when it cools off a second, and then we're going to add it to the other pot if it seems okay. Take this, and we're just going to add it to the soup. And I think sauteing it this way really adds a lot of flavor. We tasted it and it's perfectly seasoned. It's so delicious. Hopefully this is going to be good together. This is something totally different. I'm so excited. Now I want to add one thing. You know, you could add green, you know, like I said, broccoli, cauliflower, or cabbage. I was going to add cabbage, but I didn't buy it. But I do need to use some of this frozen corn up. And since it's a little bit of salsa, I thought, how's this corn open? I'm going to add a little bit of this. Can they see it all?
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm terrible at holding it from the camera. These are one of those steam fresh bags. I'm just going to add, I like corn, so. Actually, I like plain corn and beef soup. Let's see how, actually I'm going to add it all. Because I need to use this bag. I'm going to let these flavors marinate for a little while and taste it again. Let me let this cook for a few more minutes. It shouldn't be much longer, and then we'll let you see how it turns out. Here's what it looks like. This is really, really delicious. It's something different. I've never made this type of soup before, and it's really, really good. The meatballs are so good. And the rice is cooked just perfectly. It's hard to describe it. It's got a rich taste to it, but I like the corn addition, and the potatoes are cooked just right. But the broth is just, I love the combination with the salsa and the tomato paste. But the meatballs are just so good. I could just eat all the meatballs. Let me take one more bite. And we never guess that's lean ground beef. Well, I hope you enjoyed this cook with me crazy video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you enjoy these type of recipes and videos. Come back next time, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.